Today we're looking at Shadowmoor. We're looking back to see if these cards still vibe with us today. We're going to start off with Little Deadfly suggestion of Blowfly Infestation. This is a 3-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, if it had a -1/-1 counter on it, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Dude, that's a little bit interesting because if you're playing with Undying creatures, which is a sort of a black mechanic, you could Undying the creature back onto the battlefield, and the Undying creature gets a +1/+1 counter, and then you get to, like, what I'm saying is, if there's already an Undying creature, another creature dies, okay, this thing triggers, make that Undying creature a regular creature, and maybe that other creature was an Undying creature, comes back with a +1/+1 counter that you can also get rid of with the Blowfly Infestation. Next up, let's look at Soulboy's Cauldron of Souls. It was a little bit of a jumble there, but I hope everyone caught that. So Cauldron of Souls is a 5-mana artifact. Tap, choose any number of target creatures. Each of those creatures gains persist until end of turn. This is absolutely fascinating. Custom, no, it's Monday, always Wednesdays. Thank you very much, Mail Zach. This I don't know how you use very well. I mean, I guess it's the ultimate card in combat. All right, come at me, or I'm going to come at you. And no matter what you do, I get to choose all my creatures to have persist. They're going to be back. Unless they're a 1 toughness creature, then they're going to be dead anyway. Little Deadfly, huge fan of this set. Okay, let's take a look at Christopher B. with Crowd of Cinders. I think Cauldron of Souls is a little expensive, to be honest, by today's standards. Now, Crowd of Cinders is a 4-mana star elemental with Fear. The creature can't be blocked except by artifacts and or black creatures, because we all know the AI is not afraid of anything. Crowd of Cinders, power and toughness are each equal to the number of black permanents you control. Ooh. I want. Do the lands, if you play Painter Servant and name black, does that turn the lands black? I think it does. Let's actually look. Let's just look into the future. Why don't we? With Painter Servant. Painters. Okay, this is a 2-mana 1/3 Scarecrow. As Painter Servant comes into play, and it is from Shadowmoor, choose a color. All cards that aren't in play, spells, and permanents are of the chosen color in addition to their other types. Now, this card, of course, is a banger. It was so strong it got banned once. In fact, you might say it's still banned in some formats. Formats like Oathbreaker and Historic. For reasons I don't know. Maybe the Iona Lock is stronger in those formats. Anyway, Painter Servant. All right, so that will work with our Crowd of Cinders. So this plus Painter Servant means all your swamps, all your colorless lands become black. And therefore is much more powerful. Also pretty powerful with tokens anyway. Good with the tokens. Next up, let's take Tresaro's Elemental Mastery. Elementary, my dear Watson. There's a 4-mana aura, enchant creature. Now, enchant creature has tap, put X, 1/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste into play, where X is the creature's power. Remove them from the game at end of turn. Oh, is that useful? I mean, I guess if you have a sack outlet, that would be useful. Otherwise, you put a bunch of tokens in play and they just basically disappear. It's a way of going wide, I suppose. You can go wide. It's a janky card. Not completely useless. Not competitive, but it's a fun one. Next up, we got Kakola with Marrow Wave Breakers. The 5-mana 3/3. With the untap ability. So 2 mana. We have to untap it, and Marrow Wave Breakers gains flying until end of turn. So attack first. And then, whoa, before you block, I've got an idea. I'm going to pay 2 mana and untap it, and basically, it's like, gives it vigilance and flying, effectively. On the death triggers on the Elemental Master. That's right. Yeah, death triggers are good too. Death triggers, token decks, Sack them for mana. If you need, do you need fodder for any sort of random effect? Well, Elemental Mastery is going to make a bunch of them. All right, Mirror Wave Breakers. It's pretty clunky for a 3/3 Merfolk. Mercenary says that when everyone was opening up Morningtide in early 2008, Wizards was already opening up final product of Shadowmoor early. Yeah, it reminds me how they're opening product of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today. Corbinek, Deep Slumber Titan. What do I think of the Merfolk in this set? I think they're more or less bad. They did not stand the test of time almost at all. There's a few good ones. There's just a few good ones. We'll see if we can find any of them. Deep Slumber Titan is a 4-mana 7/7. Okay, you got my attention. Comes into play tapped. We can deal with that. That's okay. A lot of stuff comes into play tapped these days, including our lands. Deep Slumber Titan doesn't untap during your untap step. Okay, that's a problem. Whenever Deep Slumber Titan is dealt damage, untap it. Oh, I get it. You have to wake it from its slumber. Who woke me up from my deep slumber? This is the last Lorwyn block to be removed? Yeah, I believe it. It's the last one. Enjoy it while it lasts. I would say, what is this good for? This is good in a deck that has a lot of pinging going on. And you can just randomly ping this card. Not to mention, there might even be a world where you ping it multiple times to get multiple taps for something. It's a fling target, yeah. It's a fling target. Maybe not the most efficient fling target, but it's a fling target. Fling can fling. John with the super chat, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Umbral Mantle. The Elf Ball. Oh, Elf Ball combo card. Yep, for that reason, this is an amazing card. 3 mana equipment. Equipped creature has pay 3, untap. This creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Untap is the untap symbol, and equip for 0. There are quite a few. It's like if a creature that can tap for more than 3 mana, or at least 3 mana, then you get like either infinite mana or infinite tapping and untapping, or at the very least, you have a supremely large supremely large mana dork. It's terrible in draft, let me tell you. I mean, I assume that's the Deep Slumber Titan. Some of you might have a lot of experience playing with these cards way back in the day. Benjamin Berkey with Din of the Fire Herd. Din of the Fire Herd is a 8-mana sorcery. Put a 5/5 black and red elemental creature token into play. Target opponent sacrifices a creature for each black creature you control. Then sacrifices land for each red creature you control. So we're going to get at least something. Target opponent. Oh, but it's only one player. That's going to feel... It's like a super feel bad for the one person at the table that has to be targeted by this. They have to sack a land? Oh my god. So at the very least, they have to sack at least one creature, at least one land. This is where the token strategy comes into play, you know? Imagine where is this thing? We get how many red? We got a 1/1 red elemental token, so we tap that first. Then we play Din of the Fire Herd. And then we watch our opponent scream. You might have thought I don't have that many red creatures on the battlefield. Well, I do now. Fascinating. It's oppressive for one person. One person's going to get completely nailed by this thing. Next up, we've got Archangel with Dusk Urchins. 3 mana for a 4/3 oof. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, put a -1/-1 counter on it. Whenever this creature dies, draw a card for each -1/-1 counter on it. So how big can it get? It can get... Sorry, not how big. How small. So we can put 3 -1/-1 counters on it before it completely hits the bin. But that's a good bin. So if it dies, we actually cash in. Thank you very much. Very much, Dusk Urchins, for creating a will and putting my name in it. Their pain is my gain. Next we've got John, Demigod of Revenge. Hold on, we're also going to give that to Mercenary. Has been naming that one as well. The Demigod of Revenge. Okay, now this card is a bit serious. I'll tell you how serious this card is. It sometimes sees play in Legacy. It's a 5-mana 5/4 Spirit Avatar, flying in haste. When you cast Demigod of Revenge, return all cards named Demigod of Revenge from your graveyard to the battlefield. I got nailed by this thing. They played like Intuition to get Demigod of Revenge. I think it was just a blue-black deck because you can play it for just black. And I think they Dark Ritualed into this thing, and they just put a bunch of Demigod of Revenges from the graveyard back onto the battlefield. Oh, was it the first card spoiled? Interesting. Oh, yeah, let's get the Shadowmoor version. Here's this proof that came from Shadowmoor. Not very good in Commander. This is a bad Commander card. Don't play this in Commander. Not a lot of Demigods of Revenge in your deck. Curse Catcher. Now, this card used to be good. This card, this card used to be great. It's a blue 1/1, sack it, counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1. It still actually is fine in Commander, believe it or not, despite how much mana everyone can have. People don't like playing around tax effects. They'll just be like, okay, I tap out for this thing. Okay, sack my Curse Catcher. It actually has supreme value. And then, you know what? If they don't even play their card, that's fine. They're choking themselves by 1 turn. But, like, make no mistake. People, they don't wait. They're not patient. They don't want to play around this stupid 1/1. They want to show this 1/1 who's boss. Well, that's fine. I'll sacrifice my 1/1 for your 7-mana card. No problem. Yeah, love Mana Tithe and EDH. It's like, I finally got to 10 mana. What, am I going to wait for 11 mana? No. They're going to play 10. They're going to tap out for that 10 mana card. This could fit in my deck that I just made. Go for it. Now, competitively, I used to play this in Modern and Legacy all the time. Unfortunately, there is like too much harshness versus 1 toughness creatures. Also, there's not a lot of clunky instants and sorceries anymore. There used to be. There used to be a lot of clunky instants and sorceries. Now it's just all 1 mana and 2 mana instants and sorceries, and like, and then if you get to like 3 or 4 mana, it's like planeswalkers and artifacts and enchantments. So it's like, it's not even worth going to play this thing. We got Meme Brulee. Guttural Response. It is a response from the gut. It's a 1 mana instant, counter target blue instant spell. Now, the thing that makes this card good, and it is good, it's a good card. This card is aged very well. It is a means for red and green to attack blue, whereas normally they might not. So it is like, oh yeah, I can use do you have counter spells? Well, I want to be able to beat your counter spells, so I'll play Guttural Response. I can't remember. I think it's a little bit more common in red than green. I think, because green has Veil of Summer. They don't need this, but they can still use it. Make no mistake, they can still use it. Now, oh yeah, Subtlety and Solitude. They're also not instants. Oh yeah, can't counter creatures that act like spells. Everything has an ETB. Can't hit the planeswalkers. Yeah, Curse Catcher has aged very badly, and I was out of that card by like 2018. Do you hear that Parallax Tide got banned in Prima? I did. I'm incredibly sad by it. I was literally building that deck. I did not own Parallax Tide, though. I'm glad. That must have sucked so bad. Okay, it's a little bit off topic. It would have really sucked so bad for the people who bought it, because it just skyrocketed and then got banned. Very, very sad for all of them. Guttural Response still sees play today. All right, we're going to look at more of these cards from Shadowmoor, but let me tell you where you can get them from. You can get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. Not only can you get cards from Shadowmoor, you can also get cards from Lorwyn, and also deals like the Deal of the Week, 15% off all Gamegenic accessories. You love Gamegenic. They got the greatest deck boxes and dice trays and many other fine card sleeves and other TCG products. Also, look, get your Lorwyn Eclipse cards. I know I got to get my Silver Gill Mentors and my Champions of the Shoal. Those are really powerful cards that I've experimented with. Get a deal using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases, and it supports, of course, the channel. One thing I very much appreciate everybody to do. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Christmas Pterodactyl, Barrington Medic. We have a 5-mana 0/4 Kithkin Cleric. Tap, prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. Put a -1/-1 counter on Barrington Medic. Untap Barrington Medic. So you can basically, how many times you can do this? If you have, sorry, isn't there, what's that card called? Malira. Is that combo with Malira? Creatures you control can't have -1/-1 counters placed on them. Prevent the next one to be dealt to target creature or player this turn. That sounds like a combo. That sounds like an infinite combo to me. Because the 5 mana is brutal. Look, anything can be possible. Look, it's on curve. Malira turn 2. Barrington Medic turn 5. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So anyway, this card is interesting. It's jank, but it has a lot of combo potential. You'll never untap it. You know, never is strong word, Stormy Cat. It's very, very strong over there. Don't you have to place them as a cost? No, the cost is just attempting to put it on. What's it called? There's some Heritage Druid. Did anyone name Heritage Druid? I swear, I think Heritage Druid came from Shadowmoor. It's a very Shadowmoor-y card. No one named their Heritage Druid? Someone named Heritage Druid. No, not Heritage Druid. Devoted Druid. Glad I didn't look it up. So it's the same thing as this. Put a -1/-1 counter on this creature. Untap this creature. That works. That's a combo with... Oh, sorry. Is it Vizier of Remedies? If one or more +1... Okay, sorry. If one or more -1/-1 counters would be put on a creature controlled, that many -1/-1 counters -1 are put on it instead. Maybe it has to... I believe Malira also works, but it definitely works with Vizier of Remedies. Yeah, you have to attempt to put the counter in the effect that removes the trigger. So this is also a Shadowmoor card. All right, so that counts. Also, this aged super well. When Vizier of Remedies came out, sorry, it was it made for an absolute lethal deck. I mean, it's basically this thing. No, it's not this thing. Vizier of Why is Vizier of Remedies better than Devoted Druid? I don't know. Okay, next. Let's take a look at Argentina Enchanted Evening. I should do it after the Devoted Druid. This was a legal card. Oppressive in my Cleansing Meditation EDH deck. This is a 5-mana enchantment. All permanents are enchantments in addition to the other types. I will give this card something. It's unique. It's very, very unique. There's not a lot of, you know, you have to give respect to cards that do a very specific thing that no other card does. Then play Back to Nature afterwards. Back to Nature is like destroy all enchantments. Sorry, everybody. Basically, you made your own wildfire. Or a thief, that's right. Or a thief, that also works. Pacers fan forever. Thank you very much, buddy. Pilipala. Now, Pilipala is a 2-mana 1/1 Scarecrow with flying. Pay 2, untap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. And this combos with what does it work? With that blue creature that you tap. It says all your other artifacts can tap for like double blue mana, but it can only be used to activate artifact spells. I don't remember what it was. One of those cards. Do we have like a second Christopher B in the chat? This is like Christopher B number 2. I like the art on Ink Fathom Infiltrator. Okay, let's look at that one. This combos with a ham sandwich. That's true. Ink Fathom Infiltrator, a 2-mana 2/1. It can't block and is unblockable. I would say that has not stood up to the test of time. That's a dud by me. It's just literally a 2-mana 1/2 unblockable. But it also can't block. Sorry, it can't block. Pretty worthless for the most part. Okay, let's look at Coca-Cola's Fate Transfer very quickly. Fate Transfer, a 2-mana instant. Move all counters from target creature onto another target creature. I would not, honestly, I would not expect that from blue or black. That feels like a very green thing to do. Them pulling off the switcheroo over there. Steve Cooper, Everlasting Torment. This is from Shadowmoor. It's a 3-mana enchantment. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. All damage is dealt as though its source had Wither. Is Wither like one of the most popular, underrated mechanics? I feel like people go out of their way to play with Wither. Source, I guess it just makes the opponent's creatures even smaller and smaller. And then if you can protect your creatures, they don't get withered away at all. I guess it's also like a subtle way of maybe beating indestructible creatures. Maybe that's why it's also popular. Like, personally, I don't even care about this mechanic, but I find that this is such a beloved mechanic by so many people. Wither was the first effect to allow you to spawn the -1/-1 counters. Everlasting Torment was the core of one of my decks back in the day. I think it is for... Wither is in hype now. Feels like it's always been in hype. We got Spadrick with... I always wanted to make Memory Plunder work. Well, what's stopping it? In Shadowmoor Standard, but it seemed like a dead card most of the time. Well, it's not cheap. It is 4 mana, an instant. You may cast target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. I bet I can tell you what was the problem with this card. This card is only going to be useful if you can cast like a 5, 6, 7 mana card from somebody's graveyard. Because for the most part, you want control over your own deck, and you just want to play your own spells. And I bet they just didn't get to play their 5, 6, or 7 mana cards, because maybe they didn't even exist. Because if you're only going to play your opponent's like 2 mana and 3 mana or even 1 mana cards, it's very, very bad value. Very unfortunate. I bet this card is good in Commander, though. It probably does get to cast those 7 mana cards or better. The art in these sets are good. Ooh, yeah, we're going back. Well, you know what? Any art looks pretty good after we've played with a few Universes Beyond sets at this point. We've got another Super Chat by Pacers Fan Forever. Reaper King. Oh yeah, this is a very popular... There's not even many not even many scarecrows in this game, but people are just in love with the Reaper King. 5 mana or 10 generic for a 6/6. Other scarecrow creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever another scarecrow comes into play under your control, destroy target permanent. Nothing beats Alara block art. Memory Plunder, biggest issue is that your opponents have to play a powerful spell. Absolutely. Yeah, you really depend on your opponent. The fate is not in your hands. Okay, let's go. Who has no card yet? We did this one. We did this one. Are we already on no 2 cards yet? No 2 card yet situation. Christmas Pterodactyl with Barrington Medic. Oh no, we did this one. I'm a fool. I'm going back too far. Kakoa, you gotta slow down. Okay, I'm gonna put you on a little timeout. Don't worry, you can come back. You're just gonna be on a little timeout, just basically spamming the chat. You gotta pace yourself out like Christopher B does. Christopher B paces himself out a little bit. No, I banned him by accident. No, I just wanted to in the timeout. I'm gonna unban you later, Kakoa. I'm so sorry. It's a Coca-Cola. I accidentally banned the person. That's not what I meant to do. It's a big oops. I'm very sorry. You gotta pay, but you can't spam the chat. Okay, I wanted to get to Bell. With Boon Reflection. Okay, the Boon Reflection is a 5-mana enchantment. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. This is for the life gain players out there, people. You like your life gain? Perhaps you like gaining double the life. I'll tell you how popular this card is. Not only has it been reprinted, because it originally was from Shadowmoor. Yeah, we have to look at the Shadowmoor art. This is the OG. Oh, the Kithkins were in charge of the life gain. Impressive. Yeah, they're exiled until the end of the stream. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna save you, Kokoa. I swear to God, I'll save you. I gotta leave a notice up here. Give him a super chat. I don't even know. Well, all the comments were removed. Okay, Boon Reflection. Boon Reflection is great. Stormy Cat with Reflecting Pool. Sounds like a land. Reflecting Pool, it is a land. Tap, add 1 mana of any type. This came from Shadowmoor? Yeah, it did. Add to your mana pool 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. This is a super popular card. If you have... like, this combined with, say, for example, City of Brass, means that this is a City of Brass that doesn't deal damage to you. The idea is this, like, this is a 5-color land. If your other lands could produce like 5 or more colors, or sorry, not more, none or more. If they could produce up to 5 colors, and maybe they had a downside. Oh man, a lot of these cards have been reprinted. Next we got Gillum with Wimvader. Oops, it's Wimwader. Wimwader is a 5-mana 6/4 elemental. Wimwader can't attack unless defending player controls a blue permanent. Defending player controls a blue permanent. This is awful. Not only is this aged very badly, I don't even know if this was ever good. What if your opponent doesn't have a blue permanent? What am I supposed to donate my opponent blue permanents? Do I have to gift them a fish or something? It's gotten better. You could say it is gotten better over time because you can gift stuff to your opponents. You could gift them a blue permanent of some sort. It's a draft card. I don't even know if it's good in draft. It looks just miserable in general. Bob Talks Bridge with the Leech-ridden Swamp. Both fetchable with some utility / mana sink potential. So there's also the Sap Seep Forest. What was the deal? Now, this came into play tapped. Pay a black tap. Each opponent loses 1 life. Play this ability only if you control 2 or more black permanents. That's not bad. Red would like that card. And you said Sap Seep. They got Sap, and this one's pay a green, tap. You gain 1 life. Activate only if you control 2 or more green permanents. I would say that is not very interesting. I like the idea of this one though. I think life, getting my opponent down to 0 is better than keeping my head above water. All right, next up, who do we have? We got Moan Turn. Ooh, the Murderous Redcap. Murderous Redcap is a 4-mana 2/2 Goblin Assassin. When Murderous Redcap enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Also has Persist. So that means when it dies, it's going to be back. So it's at least going to come into play and deal 2 damage. This was a pretty big combo card back in the day. It probably still is. You just need, if you can loop this thing infinite times onto the battlefield, well, then you have infinite ETB triggers to kill your opponent. And that was the whole idea with this card. But you can play these cards and more when you're renting with Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. You can not only play cards from the past, you can also play cards from the present. Play the entire library of Magic the Gathering and Magic on Magic Online with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_G for you. And we go back. Back to our Lorwyn cards, our wonderful Lorwyn cards. Okay, we have another super chat from Pacer's Fanfare. Pacer loves this set. Redeemed. Oh, wait, Riss the Redeemed. There's a card with the word redeemed in it. It is. Also from Shadowmoor. This card, the 1 mana 1/1. It's an elf warrior. And for 3 mana, tap, put a 1/1 green and white elf warrior creature token into play. For 6 mana, tap, for each creature token you control, put a token into play that's a copy of that creature. I would say the front ability is worthless. The back ability is pretty good. So if you're in a token strategy based deck, you'll have, what's it called? You can double them. There's nothing wrong with doubling them, that's for sure. Violent Beetle says, disappointed it's a goblin and not an evil mushroom. I have no, what the hell are you talking about? Are you looking for some card to double your token strategies? You can never have enough tokens out there. Shadowmoor resumed Reese's story. Oh, this was our protagonist, was it? There has to be a protagonist. If it was a merfolk, they would have made good merfolk cards back then. Okay, next, let's take a look at Bryce's dramatic entrance. More dramatic than a WWE entrance. It's a 5 mana instant. You may put a green creature from your hand into play. Didn't they literally like reprint this in a split card? Or what was it? There is some card. Oh, maybe it wasn't like this. It was like it had to be the creature had to be like 6 or more or 6 or less. It was maybe it was the mana cost was more specific. But I believe it was an instant. What was it called though? It had a janky name. No, can't remember. Now, is it worth it? Instant speed, you may put a... It's like a bad show and tell, but you know what? Bad show and tell still might be okay in some situations. Okay, we got Rin with the Fracturing Gust. Not necessarily. Remember Gerard Capuchin, protagonist, and nobody used that? No, but I mean, like, there was no Gerard Capuchin kindred. There was at least elf kindred, and I think the elves got some good stuff back then. Fracturing Gust is a... Oh, this card is fantastic. Yeah, 5 mana instant. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments, and you gain 2 life for each permanent destroyed this way. Not only is it a giant board wipe, you actually benefit from stuff getting wiped off the board. I think we're now at no 2 cards yet. Okay, we have Benjamin Berkey with World Purge. World Purge. 8 mana. Sorcery. Return all permanents to their owner's hands. Each player chooses up to 7 cards in their hand, then shuffles the rest into their library. Empty all mana pools. So, isn't this just like slightly more expensive upheaval? All permanents. Each player chooses up to 7 cards in their hand, then shuffles the rest. It's an evil upheaval. It's legal, though. I guess because 8 mana is just so much further away than 6 mana. Also, this is harder to play. You got to play this in at least an Azorius deck. In Commander. Welcome, Mega Mika. Stormy Cat. We did Pillipala. Sorry about that. Argent just got here. Godhead of Awe. It has not been said. This is a pretty funky creature. So 5 white or 5 blue or some combination. It's a 4/4 spirit avatar flying. Other creatures are 1/1s. So it's not quite humility, but it's still humiliating them. They got to keep their they get to keep their abilities, but they're still puny 1/1s, and they'll get crushed under her power, under her giant feet. For the feet people, they might not mind. For people who don't like getting squished by a bug, they do mind. Savor the Moment by Hexenort. This is Is this the wedding card? It's the almost kissy card. That's right. They reprinted this once. 3 mana sorcery. Take an extra turn after this one. Skip the untap step of that turn. This card is a banger. This card is a banger. No matter what, taking extra turn is still very good. Even if you skip the untap step of that turn, you might have some way of getting around it anyway. Which art? This one or the kissy art? You like kissy art? It's a well-detailed art, that's for sure. It looks like they're getting married in Japan. I see cherry blossoms in the background. We're all gonna go get married in Tokyo. Okay, Mega Mika has no card yet. Plague of Vermin. It's a 7 mana sorcery. Starting with you, each player may pay any amount of life. Repeat this process until no one pays life. Each player puts a 1/1 black rat creature token into play for each 1 life that they paid. Each player may pay any amount. Oh, it's any amount. So I can just be like 50. Oops, that's more life than I have. I would say this doesn't look good to me. It's like $20. Each player may pay any amount of life. You get a 1/1 rat. I guess it combos with Coat of Arms. I guess you could also ramp into this and this immediately put like 35. No, but like other people get to put the tokens in too. I don't know how to rectify with this thing. It's interesting, very interesting card. Not to mention, like it's also complicated. Like how much life do you pay? You get a bunch of these tokens, but then your life is low so that if your opponents pay a bunch of life, they can maybe swing at you. And like everyone sort of needs to have enough life. They probably also need to pay enough life so they don't die to your army. Did you not get a card yet? Do you know NCY means you didn't get a card yet? I swear I did a card of yours already. Prismatic Omen. And when people say N2CY, that means they didn't get 2 cards yet. I think we did. Oh, Enchanted Evening plus Tranquility. That's true. I believe we did Enchanted Evening. I think didn't we do Enchanted Evening? Prismatic Omen enchantment. Lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other effects. I remember playing against this card a few times. It was very good with Scape Shift and Valakut. It had a little something going on there. You Scape Shift, sack all your lands, get Valakut to bolt, and they're every basic land type, and you bolt your opponent to death. Menose with Kitchen Finks. Loves Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks. 3 mana, 3/2 oof. When Kitchen Finks enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. And it also has Persist. This used to be like one of the best mid-range creatures in the game. Because at the very least, it was the 3 mana, 3/2, which was pretty good at the time. You gained a little bit of life, and if you tried to kill it, you get another 2 life, and you still have a body left over. It was a very frustrating card to play against, and also was a combo card in the birthing pod decks, because of Persisties. You know, you pod this thing away. You can go find find yourself a 4-drop, and you still keep the thing anyway. All right, Mapius with Blight Sickle. Blight Sickle is a 2 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has Wither. Also has Equip for 2. And has Wither. That's it. People are so desperate for that Wither. So desperate you'll get your Blight Sickle to make it work. Oh. So it makes all your lands City of Brass. Well, not wait. I mean the what's it called? Prismatic Omen. I mean, it's in a sense. No, not really. So think of it this way: it turns all your lands into some sort of super Wooburg land. It's like it can tap for any amount of mana, but what's most important is that they're every basic land type. So they're swamps, forests, mountains, plains, and islands. That's really important. City of Brass is not all land types. Very good question. I love Manamorphose. Oh, really? That came from Shadowmoor? Well, I'll be damned. It's weird because I in no way associate this with like kindred or creatures or anything. It feels like a Modern Horizons card. 2-mana instant. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors to your mana pool. And of course you draw a card. I do not think anyone used this. Does anyone use this to fix their mana to cast creatures? No, nobody does that. Nobody does that. Still a good card today. Was there a snipe? I don't see any sniping going on. I don't even see any super chats. Voltlin with Wild Swing. Wild Swing is a 4-mana sorcery. Choose 3 target non-enchantment permanents. Destroy one of them at random. It's a gambling card. Dude, we're gonna roll some dice to see what we get. Did they make any cards like this in the latest Lorwyn? I don't think so. I don't think we had any random cards. Oh, good. You were on a timeout. Excellent. That's exactly what I meant to do. But from my side, it just said I banned you. I thought you were banned forever, Coca-Cola. Well, not forever. I would have unbanned you by the end of the show. You're back. Bryce says Helm of Ghast Lord. What the hell is that? Helm of Ghast. You played in CDH. This is CDH playable. 4-mana aura. It's fascinating a card like this can be good in CDH. As long as enchanted creature is blue, it gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, draw a card. As long as enchanted creature is black, it gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, that player discards a card. What's the combo? This creature deals damage because you have to get in the red zone with this card. Is it really? Is this really worth it? It's like a really expensive curiosity. Whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, is it like on a maybe it's on a pinger of some sort? I used to play this card in my Grixis deck back in 2009. I don't understand how this card works. It's an aura cycle across black, channeling the demigod. Speaking of Ghast Lord of Fugu. Or Fuge. Ghast Lord of Fuge is a 5-mana 4/4 spirit avatar. Ghast Lord of Fuge is unblockable. When Ghast Lord of Fuge deals combat damage to a player, that player reveals his or her hand, choose a card from it, that player removes that card from the game. Well, at least it's unblockable, so like nothing's gonna get in its way. It's very expensive for this effect. But it's also powerful. What if your opponent doesn't have any cards in hand? It's interesting. I would say it's bad, but on the fun side. Fugu? Are we making dangerous food now? I have no idea. Is the name of something poisonous? Okay, next we have a super chat from Little Deadfly. Here is a super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. Don't say I don't treat you. I never accused you. You treat me with your presence every day. We're gonna give it to Spectral Maniac with the Woodfall Primus. Oh, by the way, Kakoa, you can have an infinite number of cards if you super chat them all. That's partially the rules here. Okay, Woodfall Primus is an 8-mana 6/6 tree folk shaman with trample. When Woodfall Primus enters the battlefield, destroy target non-creature permanent. Also has persist, a very popular card in Cube. I don't know if it's played anywhere else, but it's like a good reanimator card in Cube, sort of good show and tell type of card in Cube. What else? I mean, it's a good chunky creature. It's got trample and it's removal all wrapped in one. Fugu is puffer fish, very deadly except for a tiny slice. You know what, Menose? I sometimes think about that. What if I was abandoned on, what if I don't know, got in a plane accident and I was on an island by myself and my only food source was puffer fish. The island only has puffer fish. Like, how much of the puffer fish should I risk eating? Should I just like only eat the skin? Because I know if I get too far, I'm going to eat the toxic stuff that will kill me. Should I open it up one day and just see what happens? Like, how much of this damn thing can I eat? I'm screwed, huh? Well, I gotta take my chances or I'm gonna die anyway. At least you would die fast. Oh god, that doesn't sound good. Well, they serve it at a restaurant, so I don't know if they still do. Might as well drink the seawater. Well, I partially will. Corbinek, Ashmore cohort. Ashmore cohort. Let's be underwhelming today. Is it ashore? Ashenmoor. This is a 6-mana 4/3 elemental warrior. Ashenmoor cohort gets +1/+1 as long as you control another black creature. Oh yeah, this is terrible. It's not very good. The skin of a pufferfish is the poisonous part. Oh no! Man, I would have been already leveled immediately. It's like, the inside must be dangerous. I'm gonna eat the outside. That actually makes so much sense now that I think about it, because like that's probably what protects it from predators. Yeah, I would have died instantly. Yeah, so dead. Okay, Felicia, impromptu raid. Today was a really good. If I'm ever stranded on an abandoned island and I'm surrounded by pufferfish, I'm gonna live now. I'm actually gonna survive. Impromptu raid is a 4-mana enchantment. For 3 mana, reveal the top card of your library. If it isn't a creature card, put it into your graveyard. Otherwise, put that card into play. That creature has haste. Sacrifice it at end of turn. It's a weird card. So the card, like, it only works if you're stacking the top of your deck. And then even if you do, you still have to sack the creature afterwards, but that's fine. Die of thirst first? Well, I'll have to create some sort of basin on the island to gather water whenever it rains. Bell with Sig River Cutthroat. This... Man, this is like the one card I was asked, Nikachu, what about Sig River Cutthroat in Modern? Like, and literally for forever. Up until, I don't know, maybe around Modern Horizons, people stopped asking me about this card. It's a 1/3. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, you may draw a card. The problem is, if I have enough creatures in play that's dealing 3 damage a turn, and my opponent's not doing anything about it, my opponent's losing anyway. So it was the definition of win more, at least at the time. Okay, who else has no 2 cards yet? Did we deal Wilt Leaf Liege? Or maybe we didn't. Wilt Leaf Liege. Maybe that. Oh, we didn't do this one. 4 mana for a 4/4 Elf Knight. Other green creatures you control get +1/+1. Other white creatures you control get +1/+1. If a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard Wilt Leaf Liege, put it into play instead of putting it into your graveyard. Surprise! I got a Wilt Leaf Liege. Liliana, tick up. I'm sorry to disappoint you. What's going on here? We have an elf and an elk, maybe? Some sort of foresty looking creature. Johnny Cat says, well, you could always utilize a 20-ounce bottle or a 2-liter bottle or any type of bottle to purify water. That's the 1+ of trash being all over the planet. Yeah, maybe a 2-liter empty bottle will come up to me. Well, how do I purify it? I don't know. Some of you probably watch YouTube videos about how to survive on an abandoned island, or you watch those survival videos. Surrounded by pufferfish and salt water. Oh, it's a goat. The goat is in the... Okay, it's a goat. We have a goat. You boil the salt water? Doesn't the salt stay in there? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it evaporates. Christopher Reed lets us know Sig Garin Galeo Silvar. That's the real name. That's too long. Next, old boy. Right of consumption. This is a 2-mana sorcery. As an additional cost to play Rite of Consumption, we gotta sack a creature. Rite of Consumption deals damage equal to the sack creature's power to target player. You gain life equal to the damage dealt this way. It's another fling! I had no idea fling in black existed. How many flings are in this game? Is there a remote possibility I could make a show about flings? Like every fling in Magic the Gathering. I mean, maybe it ends in 5 cards though. Mountain says boiling seawater using a container above it, harvesting the water via condensation. Oh, possibly to use the sun's heat. I have to use the sun's heat. I don't know how I'm boiling this thing. I am not going to find... I'm not going to reverse engineer the fire metagame. What else do we have? Okay, who else has no 2 cards yet? Oh, did we do this? Less than, you just came in. Moss Bridge Troll. We did not. I love Big Dumb Clunker. Oh, so you're a green player. I didn't know you were a green player this entire time. 5 mana for a 5/5 troll. If Moss Bridge Troll would be destroyed, regenerate it. Tap any number of untapped creatures you control other than Moss Bridge Troll. With total power of 10 or greater, Moss Bridge Troll gets +20/+20 until end of turn. Good God. That is a big clunker. Definitely did not stand the test of time. Bryce, I'll back spawn. 7 mana for a 4/8 Kraken Shroud. Isleback spawn gets +4/+8 as long as a library has 20 or fewer cards in it. So it's basically for a mill. It's like for a mill deck, but a mill deck would never even play this card. But it does have Shroud. No, but you can still attack with it anyway. So it's just that if a library is just really small, it's an 8/16. A very, very large creature. Yeah, it's basically a shell... oh, no, it's not a Shelldock Isle. What's it called? It's, there's some turtle that's like this. I didn't give you any candy. What are you talking about? Bell says there are 13 cards that have deals damage equal to the sack creature's power. But how about just sacrifice creature and deal damage? Oh, that's not really a fling card. But it could be. It could be. Mappius, Dawn Glow Infusion. One and an X sorcery. You gain X life if green was spent to play Dawn Glow Infusion, and X life if white was spent to play it. So if you spend green, you gain X life if green was spent to play it, and then X life if white was spent to play it. Do both if green and white was spent. Oh, so what, I get double? What a weird card. I barely understand this thing. We're talking about this so much about the Survivor today. Water is literally everywhere around you in your environment. You just need to know how to render it. It's in the air. It's in the trees. It's in the soil. There we go. Johnny Katz is ready to be abandoned on an island and survive for 40 days. Argent, I pulled this as a special guest, Fairy Macabre. This card is very good. Grossly underrated too. Yeah, couldn't gain 2 times X with this Dawn Glow thing. Fairy Macabre, 3 mana 2/2 flyer. That doesn't sound very impressive, but does have the special activated ability. Let's get the Shadowmoor version. Discard Fairy Macabre. Remove up to 2 target cards in graveyards from the game. It's a lot of fun. So your opponent tries to go for a reanimation. Sorry, I just play. It's almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's 0 mana and interact with your opponent. It's exactly a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay, next we have the Puppeteer Clique. Is this a fairy? Are there any oh, sorry, I was about to say, are there any fairies in the set? Well, I'm staring right at a fairy. Most blonde moment ever. Puppeteer Clique is a 5 mana, 3/2 fairy wizard flying. When this creature enters, put target creature card from an opponent's graveyard into play under your control. It has haste. At the end of your turn, remove it from the game. Looks like a lot of fun. Although I have to say, there's a lot of cards like this. The only difference is that instead of stealing from our opponent's board, we're stealing from their graveyard. MTG is Yu-Gi-Oh! It is now, I guess. For the most part. Okay, next, Archangel with Vexing. Oh, the Vexing Shusher. This is like a shaman of something, or of some sort. It is. Telling you shush. Could be a librarian in another life. 2 mana for a 2/2 goblin. Can't be countered, and for 1 mana, target spell can't be countered by spells or abilities. The main ways to counter things. I don't know how to counter any other way. Who else has? Oh, we have Nick's Neon. Nah, we did the Reaper King. Sorry about that. It's been done. Megamika, Oversoul of Dusk. Oversoul of Dusk. Oh, did I get that right? Oh, I think I put Dust when it was Dusk. Dust. There's dust in this art anyway. It's all good. Okay, 5 mana for a 5/5 Spirit Avatar. Protection from blue, from black, and from red. It's basically anything that's not this thing's color. This is going to be very situationally good. Very situationally. Next, we did guttural response. You were there, Bryce. You were there. Unless you got up to go use the bathroom or something. Who else doesn't have a second card yet? Okay, got Archangels. I swear Benjamin Berkey had 2 of them already. Maybe not. Dire Undercurrents. Where's Dire Undercurrents? Where are you? Does anyone remember Shadowmoor? Like, did you have fun playing Shadowmoor? What was the reaction like when it came out? Did it change the metagame by like a big margin? Dire Undercurrents is a 5 mana enchantment. Whenever a blue creature comes into play under your control, you may have target player draw a card. Whenever a black creature comes into play under your control, you may have target player discard a card. So this also works with that sort of token strategy for the most part. Christopher B loved Shadowmoor. Oh, is Swans from this thing? Swans of Bryn Argyle. It fit my play style at the time. Shadowmoor and Eventide push the hybrid color cards introduced from Ravnica. Okay, we're going to end off on Swans of Bryn Argyle. I own foil swans, just for the hell of it. I had a fascination with the bird cards in Magic the Gathering. So I started to... I didn't invest. I was like big into foils at the time, and swans wasn't that expensive. Also, like most birds, no one wanted them. So for 4 mana, it was a 4/3 bird spirit flying. If a source would deal damage to Swans of Bryn Argol, prevent that damage. The source's controller draws cards equal to the damage prevented this way. So if you like lightning bolted your own swans, you got 3 cards. All right, Ancestral Recall, baby. Very, very, very strong. We did Demigod Revenge already. Oh, Benjamin, I think you missed my super chat. Oh, no, you do have a... Oh, okay. If you have another card, Menose, let me know. What do you got? What do you got for me, Menose? I didn't even notice. You want Fulminator Mage. That could be your super chat. Yeah, I didn't even notice. Didn't even see this thing. Thanks for letting me know, Menose. Otherwise, it would just be carried on to another show. Your cat's probably brainwashed you into collecting birds. Maybe. This card saw so much play. I don't know if it sees any play now. 3 mana Stone Rain just doesn't get you anywhere. It's a 3 mana for a 2/2, and you can destroy target non-basic land. Does anyone still play this in Commander? Or is just this dead now? This used to be one of the most common sideboard cards in Modern. Now, not to be seen. It's disappeared off the face of the earth. Not even remotely trendworthy. Okay, next up, let's go with... okay, I guess we're going to finish off with Pedgeman. We did Metamorphose. We did Reese the Redeemed. We did Devoted Druid, Pillipala, Kitchen Finks. We didn't do Fracturing Gust. It's the only card on your list that we didn't do. I thought for a second we wouldn't get... Oh no, we did this one! We did all of them! We even did Godhead of Awe. Okay, who's gonna get the last card then? Alex Bruce, Beseech the Queen. The hell is this? So 3 mana for a sorcery. Search your library for a card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control. Reveal it and put it in your hand. Then shuffle your library. It's interesting. For triple black, you have some sort of slightly more clunky demonic, slightly more clunky, less flexible demonic tutor. Is it demonic tutor? I can't remember which one's like the 2 mana one. Yeah, demonic tutor. Some people say this should be played in any commander deck. Well, I don't know if that's true because like it's you can't play it in any commander deck. 6 colorless. Beseech the Queen. We didn't do the Queen. Where's Una? Oh, Una the Fae. The Una. Is it this one? This is it. 6 mana, 5/5 Fairy Wizard. Flying. We have a blue or black X. Choose a color. Target opponent removes the top X cards of their library from the game. For each card of the chosen color, remove this way. Put a 1/1 blue and black fairy rogue creature token with flying into play. All right, good enough. Not really. I don't know who would play this card. It's very expensive. It's good on Devotion, though, for anyone that's a Devotion lover. Okay, next. That's the end of the show. Thanks, everyone, for showing me. So, what can we conclude about Shadowmoor? There's, like, it's either, like, these underpowered cards or these really unique functioning cards. Like, you know, like, all cards are enchantments. Destroy all enchantments, and you gain 2 life for each one destroyed this way. And, there's a lot of variety. So you got, like, the very unique effects, but also a lot of just weird draft junk. As usual, we do these shows 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, of course, super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, my coffee crew, for being here today. People like Bell, Christopher B, Mappius, Old Boy, Benjamin, Berkey, Mercenary, Menose. We got Menose. Yeah, next, it's over. Adaptus. Magnum Opus Gold. Jess. Who else do we have here? We got Mounturn. We got Alex Bruce. I'm trying to pick you all out. As usual, thank you so much for being here and giving your suggestions. And as usual, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.